LinkedIn use so far, we use LinkedIn obviously on a daily basis to see what businesses are in and around Derby, what businesses are coming into Derby. We're also use it to attract businesses as well, which we've done in the case you're probably going to hear about. TK Maxx, for example, we heard last year, 2013, that there was moving to Kingsway. They had obviously premises in the city centre, which we knew about, and they was expanding the business. So I went on to TK Maxx through LinkedIn. Basically did a basic search through LinkedIn for their acquisition manager, TK Maxx. From that, connected in, sent a message, just a real, probably informal message to say this is what we do. Would you be looking at holding interviews for, whilst the development's going on at Kingsway? Before you know it, the next day, it was as quick as that. The next day, we got a phone call from the general manager at TK Maxx, who came round for a show round of the venue and ended up booking us for 2 weeks for their introduction into their new staff and interviews. So worked tremendously well on that occasion.
So that I imagine was a bit of a surprise to get such a quick response, but
yeah,
opened your eyes to the opportunities in LinkedIn.
Indeed, I mean, in terms of, it was kind of a trial and error really, and we saw it in the paper and thought, they're definitely expanding, because the shop they had in the city centre was half the size of what it is at Kingsway, so we knew they'd be taking on extra staff, they knew there'd be extra training going on, and we knew they wouldn't have the space for it. So it was a bit of trial and error. Let's see if we can connect with anybody on LinkedIn. The acquisition manager was on there, and she was kind enough after we messaged her to forward the details onto the general manager of the Derby store, and before you know it, the next day they was in for a show round. We quoted them. The following week they was booked in, and it was, as much as that sounds simple, it was that simple. And it did work.
I think what I like about your example is that there was a strategy behind your use.
Yeah.
You'd seen an opportunity, and rather than just sending out connection requests to lots of big companies, you thought, actually, this company is coming to Derby, there's a potential opportunity, I'm not just going to connect to them.
Yeah.
I'm going to send them a suggestion of how we can help them out. And I think that really stands out.
That's what it was about. It wasn't a case of I want to connect with you on LinkedIn. It was the message, and detail in the message was, this is how we can help your business. We're an independently owned conference centre. We tailor kind of your budget into what you need and what services we can provide you, and that's how we detailed the message across and the email across into the services we could provide to them. And in hindsight, they booked because of how we approached them. I think it was a relaxed, informal approach, which is what a lot of businesses would prefer, rather than being too salesy and having no kind of detail behind what you're offering.